So I'm seeing like a lot of these people who are celebrating the fact that Assad is gone. They're like, oh my gosh, Assad is gone, Assad is gone. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, we're finally free. Syria is finally free. But really and truly, yeah, no, this is bad. This is actually quite bad. Because the group, they're not rebels. They're not rebels. I'm sorry, but they're literally an official terrorist group. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Put it. The U.S. government literally designated these people as official terrorists. HTS. They're literally an off branch of Al Qaeda. Okay, like, how are you free? How are you free? Please tell me. Like, not only that, but there's literally many people who were a part of ISIS that joined HTS. Again, an official terrorist group by the US government. So I'm just seeing all these TikToks and whatnot who are celebrating the fact that Syria is quote unquote free, but I genuinely do not see this going well. Why? Because number one, this is simply an alliance between these extremist groups, which have extremely different ideals. Number two, they're most likely going to have a bunch of infighting with each other. It's just that, simply put it, Bashar al-Assad was just a common enemy that everyone hated, much like how ISIS was a common enemy that everyone hated, which, you know, everyone kind of just teamed up on them and got rid of them, and now everyone more or less teamed up on Assad and got rid of Assad. But these groups, now that Assad is gone, guess what? Yeah, it's common sense. These groups that are supposed to be in this alliance, most likely gonna fight amongst each other, which is literally what happened, by the way. That's how HTS is literally formed. By the way, they were a part of Al Qaeda, if I'm not mistaken, and they had a dispute and started infighting with Al Qaeda, and they literally broke off into their own branch. So what's to say that that's not gonna happen again? And if you actually think that these ethnic groups, I mean not ethnic groups, but these extremist groups are just simply gonna go and demobilize and just disarm themselves and just put their weapons away, you would be dead wrong. You would be very dead wrong. Like, I'm sorry to break this to you, but unfortunately, yeah, this, like, all the people who are saying that Assad was a horrible ruler, that he, like, sure, yeah, he was a dictator. He was a dictator. He repressed political opponents. But what the heck does that have to do with you, the common person? What do you, the common person, have to do with politics in Syria? This is just my personal question. You're saying, oh, but Assad, he had Syria poor. Assad has Syria poor. Oh, Assad has my people starving. Well, yeah, that's because of sanctions. That's not his fault that the U.S. is putting sanctions on his country because, well, simply put it, he simply wasn't aligned with U.S. foreign policy. Or in other words, he didn't want to lick cock suck the U.S. That's not his fault. So, really and truly, aside from the fact that he politically repressed his opponents, which most people don't even care about politics, mind you, he was the best bet for the country. It's either him or you let you have extremists running your country, quite frankly speaking. Oh my goodness gracious me. And not only that, but Syria is basically a Turkish puppet state now, which is nice. These extremist groups were literally funded back by Turkey, allegedly this country too right here. I'm not sure how true that is, but they were funded and backed by Turkey. And you still have the Kurds, which control like a good, I don't know, half of the country. I think. What is this? Half of the country. 25. This is like 35%. 44. Like 25% of the country, I think, or 35%. So based on what I'm seeing here, a good chunk of the country. And really and truly, I don't think the Kurds are gonna demobilize either. So I don't really think this war is over yet. I don't. In fact, if you look here, there were already reports of some clashes between the Kurds and Turkish-backed extremist groups. Really and truly. So yeah, I mean, all these people who are in their emotions and whatnot. Oh my gosh, dude, this is gonna be like Saddam Hussein like 2.0. Everyone is most likely gonna be like calling and crying for freaking Syria, like for Assad to come back. Assad is probably dead. He fled. Allegedly, his plane crashed somewhere. I don't know. There's still this part here too. I don't know how they're gonna deal with this. Latakia. This is basically a fortress full of Russian military stuff. I don't know. I don't know if the remnants of the Syrian army is gonna do a last stand, much like what the extremists did in Idlib for the past like 8 years. A similar situation, although Latakia is much bigger. Oh my gosh, is this gonna be like an Idlib 2.0, where they just sit there for years upon years and they come and take the whole country again? Anyways, look, man, I just wanted to drop this quick video. Basically, just explain, like, yo, this is not sunshine and rainbows, like what all these people are saying. And it really and truly, you shouldn't want freaking literal American government recognized extremist groups to be running your country, quite frankly speaking. Anyways, I'm done.